final product.
And so how do you think this short film could have been perhaps improved?
Well, that's a very difficult one for me to consider, really, because my expectations were quite well fulfilled. I suppose if you could look at some of the technical elements of perhaps a more intense lighting, maybe in some of the areas, so you could get a little bit more stark quality to some of the shots. But on the whole, there was some very well filmed symbolism, really, of the two hands kept coming back in, and some of those elements which I thought were very tender and captured the sort of oscillations in the film, the ups and the downs, and the way the story moved. So I think in reality, I think the relationship between the two actors was formed within the imagination of the director, and I think he achieved many of those qualities he wanted to bring forward. So it's a tricky one for me. I think perhaps technically, perhaps the lighting is one area, but certainly we were given plenty of information about the development of the character and the relationship between the characters, and as you can see in the final film, some of those elements were neatly symbolised, particularly in the hands, I think.
Derek has been a wonderful actor throughout the process, and even in his feedback, he gives some wonderfully in-depth conversation about the production process, as well as his view of the film on the whole as a viewer. Comments about the efficiency of the production and organisation is always nice to hear, as it was a very tricky and hectic job, and constructive criticism about the lighting is always good to hear as well, and it gives me a clear example of what I will be more careful of next time we get to that. As Derek says, start quality. The sensitive imagery is something that Derek mentioned several times, mainly about the visuals of the hand touching, which is very symbolic, and the very few moments of which the two characters show any physical contact. All in all, I feel that this feedback, critical and positive, has been so successful, and undoubtedly I've learned so much from it regarding what to do in the future, as well as knowing that people actually enjoy and find what I've created stimulating in terms of the very deep concept of death.